guys. Good morning from Humboldt Workshop. Welcome to Wednesday Live. Hope you guys are doing awesome. So far this morning, sorry for the few minutes of delay that we had this morning. Our schools are on fall break right now, so Haley's home with me, and we had to get some things straightened out there. And then I was swatting flies. There is the biggest swarm of flies in here. I don't understand why they're all in here right now. But it's pretty bad. They weren't in here earlier when I came out here to get things ready to go, but now there's a bundle of them. So sorry if you're probably gonna see random flies land on me. It's horrible. I don't understand. Anyway, what are you guys up to this fine Wednesday morning? Rogue's here. What's up, brother? Rogue says, hey, man, good to see you. Good to see you, too. I hope you're doing good. Gina's here. Said the flies love me. Yeah, well, yeah. Gina, hi all. Rogue says, what's up, guys? What's going on, Rogue? What do you got going on? You got any sort of projects in the works? How's your day going? How's your week going? Too many questions. I hope you're doing amazing. Harry Dude's here. What's up, man? Harry Dude says, greetings all, and a big greetings to you and everyone down under this morning. I hope things are going awesome down there. I know it's early in the morning over there. I'm around here spotting flies because I got swarmed. I got swarmed pretty bad. I don't know why. So my apologies if you see me swat. Let's scoot this back a little. I feel like it's right in my eye here. There we go. Hey, that's better. I like that. All right, guys. Well, what is happening? Welcome to another Wednesday. It's gonna be a good day. How the heck are you, man? Hope things are going good in Pennsylvania. You guys, you're probably done with all the leaves, huh? You have not much for fall colors left. They peaked a couple weeks ago, maybe. But hope things are going good. We got Pennsylvania representing today. Right on. My home state, guys. My home state. Wishing well for the garden. Oh, cool. It's going to be cool. Harry Dude says it's 2 a.m. here. We're in daylight savings. I'm sorry to hear that. We have, what do we have? 2 or 3 weeks yet before we hit that lousy daylight savings. It's terrible. That means it's probably going to make it super late when we go to daylight savings. And you guys are on daylight savings. Let's see. So we're going to go fall. We're going to go back an hour. So that's going to, I don't know. That's too confusing. I'm so tired of daylight saving. Why can't we just leave it? Leave it on the summertime for everybody in the world. I don't think too many people would complain. I could be wrong, but that's the way I feel. Leave it alone. Get rid of it. Get it maybe back in the day, right? We're trying to adjust for daylight for stuff. But I don't know. I wish we could just get rid of it. Anyway, Rogue says, hey, Philly here. Philly. Right on. Gina says, you have that nonsense down there too. Yeah. Barry's here. Barry says hi from the UK. What's up, Barry? How are things going? I almost think it's kind of fairly worldwide. But I don't know. Let us know, Barry. I'm curious. Rogue says, still got some green on the trees here. Really? Huh. I'm surprised. We do here a little bit. We don't have the we don't get all of the colors that the East Coast gets, especially the forests of Pennsylvania and all that. We really only get yellow. We still have green leaves on the trees here. That's interesting. I was talking to my family a week or so ago, and it sounded like, from what, at least where I'm from, that a lot of the colors had peaked. So That's cool. You still got some leaves. Harry Dude says, nonsense. I love it. It is nonsense. Poor Conservatives here. What's up, man? He says, good morning, folks. Jeff and Mrs. Homebuilt. What's up, man? I'm swatting flies in here. Sorry. For some reason, I got a really horrible swarm of flies. I don't know why. I think maybe because it's warmer this morning than it has been. And I don't know. Like, we've been in the low 40s the last few mornings, but today it's in the 60s in the morning, like when I got out of bed. So I don't know. It wasn't this bad yesterday. Oh, boy. Let's see. Philip says, good here, just finished a coffee table and end table for a customer. Now a set of doggy stairs with storage chest attached. That sounds cool. Who just did some, I think there were cat stairs or something. But the attached storage, that's kind of cool. Nice. Well, hold on. We'll get caught up on, nice. I'll get caught up on some comments here, and then we'll get caught up on what's going on here. Buddy's here. What's up, buddy? Buddy says, I'm freezing, 37 degrees, had to fire up the furnace. Oh, man. We had ours fired up. Well, we had that snow, a month ago? And then it warmed up again, so everything was shut back off. The last couple mornings, it was kind of chilly. We've had a tiny bit of heat running, but not a lot yet. Philip says, perfect weather. Wish the rain would stop. Need to work on my shop. Have you guys been getting a lot of rain? Seems like that whole area's been getting a lot of rain this year. Barry says, it's great here. Just losing leaves on the trees. Getting cold in the mornings. Yep, same here, man. Got the same thing. Gina says, hi, PC. Philip says, yeah, still a lot of green. I got tomatoes still blooming. I don't get it. Really? Wow, I would have thought those would have all been passed by now. But that's pretty cool to enjoy a little more. Hopefully they're still the nice, brilliant colors. Poor Conservator says, double necking again in the shop. I saw those pictures you posted yesterday. That's going to be cool. I like your, I think, I want to try that with a guitar. Depends on what kind of wood I get. I've been thinking about that, doing some. I was playing one of the original Haley guitars. Actually, it's number one, the very first one. And it's one that I'm keeping myself. It's a lefty. But it's a little bit heavy. It's ash. It doesn't have a top. It's just solid ash. But it's about 1 3/4 inches thick. So most of mine now, I make them at about 1.5 inches. I just like that thinner body. But this 1 3/4 inch ash body is fairly heavy. So I think if I do some more like that, I will probably do some chambering and try to get it lightened up some. Not on this one, I'm going to leave it, but definitely could use a little lightening up. Did I miss? Oh, I did miss a Harry Dude says it gives us night owls a chance to see daylight. Wait, not sure that's a good thing. Yeah, talking about the daylight savings. It's terrible. It's kind of like these flies. This is really bad. I don't understand it. Yes, we have animals and stuff around here. My neighbors have horses, and right now we have cows and stuff out in the pasture. Not ours. I don't think that's why the flies are here. I don't know. Ugh, tired of them. Buddy says, do you have a P.O. box? I do have a P.O. box. If any of you guys are interested, and for whatever reason, my P.O. box, it's P.O. Box 84, Peyton, Colorado, 80831. Again, P.O. Box 84, Peyton, Colorado, 80831, and that's Peyton, P-E-Y-T. So there you go, buddy. And I have a few of the games almost ready to get listed. I'm going to be listing a few of those little peg games, and all I got to do is figure out shipping, how much it's going to cost to ship, and I'll be able to get those things listed on my website. And yeah, so I'm I'm using some scrap material as I go. And but since I made that jig, man, I can knock one of those things out fairly quick now. That jig really made it a lot quicker. Even for a one-off, like if I have a scrap that's big enough for one of those, I can still make it pretty quick on that. So I'm definitely glad that I took the time to create that jig. But be on the lookout. All I need to do is work out shipping, and I'm going to get those listed. So if anybody is interested in those things, then let me know. They will be listed before too long. Michael says, nice here in Texas. Excellent. Hope things are going well for you, Michael, down in Texas. Gina says, I wish it would rain here. Fort Carson has a fire again. Yeah, I just heard it's like 600 and something acres, and they have some bit of containment on it, it sounds like. I guess that's a good thing. I mean, the fires are never a good thing, but it seems like there's always a fire. I could actually see the smoke coming up from that yesterday. I don't see it right now, but I didn't look super close either. But anyway, let's see here. What else we got? Patrick's here. Patrick's up, says, what's up from Brooklyn, New York? Right on, Patrick. Welcome from Brooklyn. It's been a long time since I've been to New York City or anywhere in that area. Probably been 15 years, maybe? Something like that. Since the last time my brother and I went there. Definitely, I want to get back there again and see some different stuff. We didn't spend a lot of time there last time we were there. Basically, kind of just did like a loop. I don't even remember what road that was. It went down one side of like Manhattan and swooped around the other side, and we stopped and saw the what was that? We went up the Empire State Building and that kind of thing, but really didn't get to see a ton of stuff. So I want to get back over that way sometime. Let's see. Alexander says, howdy, Jeff and all. What's up, Alexander? He says, was listening to a radio show by a former guitarist of Megadeth, paying tribute to Eddie Van Halen this morning. It's surprisingly warm in Ohio, but our weather is unpredictable. Yeah, I think everybody about this time of year, it's a little unpredictable as the season is changing, and, you know, some days are warm, some days are cool. You just never know. It's like yesterday we've been in the 70s for the last few days, really nice, but the morning's been like 40 degrees, so it's cold. This morning, super warm, but yeah, I'm still feeling kind of chilly, so I got the sweatshirt on. And yes, since you mentioned it, what drag, huh, on Eddie Van Halen. Not trying to be a downer or anything or bring anybody down, but that was one that definitely made me stop and think about it for a minute. Actually, more than that, really, kind of bummed me out for a while, and it's too bad. But the music and everything lives on, so we got to celebrate that. Excellent. Rogue says, I'm an electrician, by the way. Nice job on the lamp. Whew! Thanks, brother. A lot of time on electrical stuff, I just feel a little weird because, you know, I'm sure, you know, it seems like always there's, how do you say that? Some people get bent out of shape, right? When you do electrical things. I don't know why it's electrical things specifically, but that's what it seems like. Like, no matter how you do it, it seems like somebody's gonna accuse you of, you know, electrocuting someone because you didn't do something the way they would have done it. I'm trying to be somewhat nice. I do appreciate that a lot, but I don't know why it is. When you do something electrical online, somebody really gets passionate that you did it wrong. I don't know why. Even though I feel ultimately it's really me, my family that's going to be using that stuff, and if I don't feel that it's going to be dangerous, then I don't know. Don't worry too much about it. But thank you. I do appreciate that, especially being an electrician. So, thank you. That lamp is cool, by the way. I really like that. I almost want to find some more of those because that would be a cool decor. Poor Conservator says, check your IG later. I do different types. I will check it out. Neptunes is here. Neptune says, hello, everyone. Hope you are all doing good. Neptunes, I was just thinking about you. The other day, we have to send you an email on some printers. I keep thinking about these 3D printers. But I have, well, I'm just going to throw it out there to you guys. I have an opportunity. I don't know if you call it. I guess it's an opportunity. I have a chance to like bring in a bunch of Creality printers, to offer to sell. I'm thinking highly about doing it, but keep trying to throw it, in kind of like a, I don't know, just to get a feel for it. But I was gonna shoot you a message and see what your thoughts are. I know that's what you have. At least one of them, I thought that's what you said. But anyway, Buddy says, wow, Fort Carson. I was stationed there for 6 months. Got discharged from there. Nice. Buddy says, yes, I want one. The lamp you're talking about, I'm thinking. Gina says, yep, Buddy, I guess Pinion Canyon training area is super flammable. And they use things that will boom. Yeah. Yes. Gina says, you want to go to New York? I said I wanted to go there. You said you didn't want to. Okay. I don't want to stay there. I want to go there. And it's Gina calling him out. Yep. Poor Conservator says, I lived in Murray Hill, Manhattan for 6 months. There's a lot to see there. And that's kind of what I want to, I really do. Last time I went, we drove down in the morning, spent the day doing stuff, drove back in the evening. Because I only lived, well, we were only, 4 hours away from there? Something like that? 3 hours? Rogue says, LOL, does it go on and not short out? Connection's tight? You're good, man. Yeah, yeah, that's it. And you're not going to get electrocuted when you touch it because nothing's, it's fine. That's the way I feel. Electrocuted because there's not a ground, and this thing's not connected to a ground, and that thing's gonna explode, and you're gonna burn your house down, and everyone in your family is gonna get electrocuted, and it just cracks me up. Gina says, I went to New York City. I was stationed in Dover. It was fun. We definitely didn't do any of the touristy stuff. My friend grew up in Harlem and Queens. She was our tour guide. Neptune says, I was in New Jersey for 9 years myself. I've only been to New York City a couple times. I've only been there twice. And I lived 3 or 4 hours away. Actually, Jersey's you're probably even way closer. Alexander says, with the crazy mumbo jumbo going on in New York City right now, you'd be better off just visiting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go right now. Poor Conservator says, I hear you, Gina, but some of the touristy stuff is great. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. What I would like to see is the new, I believe it's still World Trade Center, right? The new one? World Trade Center? I don't remember the name of it, but I'd like to see that. When I was there, let's see, I think they were still doing cleanup or excavating or something. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. All right, let's see here. Let's get caught up for a minute. What the heck's going on here? I should have brought it out here. I recently, as in yesterday, for the most part, completed the latest cigar box guitar. I really like that thing. A couple little things I need to do to it yet. There was a couple screws that were missing. Not missing, but I didn't have the right kind of screws. So I had to order those. I'm waiting for those to come in. And then I'm probably going to make a new nut because the string spacing is a little wonky. for the bridge that I put on there, so I'm gonna have to make a new one of those. Sorry, swatting flies. But it plays. It actually sounds really neat, and I can't wait to get that together with the amp, which I'm getting ready to start, which is right here. I'll show you. So if you guys have seen, this is going to be the amp. Another cigar box. Matches the other one. We talked about this last week in the live, trying to just brainstorming some different ideas. I got the little, that's the amp that's going inside it. Can you believe that? It's crazy. This is one, not sponsored. It's one of those jam jar amps kind of things. So, can't wait to get started on that. It's gonna be fun. I also had to make some templates. If you guys saw that video where I was making the templates out of the MDF, I got a couple different ones. This one I made yesterday as a follow-up to this one. So when I did this template video thing, getting it laid out on here, and I didn't cover too much routing the cavity. I guess I should have, because you guys told me, not all of you, but I heard from several viewers that they wanted to learn more about the router bits that I was using. So yesterday I filmed a follow-up to this, just talking about some of the router bits that I use for making guitars. And during that, I basically made a copy of that, covered some of the router bits that I use. I'm going to get that edited probably today, maybe this evening, I'm not sure. Hopefully by the end of tomorrow, really. I got to have that edited so I can get it ready to go. But that was pretty cool. Once I get that done, then we'll get back to the little amp, and I'm pretty excited about that. It's gonna be cool. Neptune said, I would never want to move there. Well, Phil says, yeah, New York is nice to visit, but that's it, in and out. For me, I like it. I like the stuff. I like the history. I like all of that stuff. But yeah, it's super busy. I don't know. Gina said she wanted to do the touristy stuff, and that's why she wants to go back. Oh wait, Pork Conservator says, I worked at Manny's Music. I've heard of Manny's Music. Patrick says, Alexander, you're correct. Not great nowadays. Oh, it's the Freedom Tower. Okay. Freedom Tower. That's it. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name. Thank you for clearing that up. I didn't want to. Wasn't trying to like disrespect or anything. I just couldn't remember the name. Neptune says, yeah, I agree. That's why. Not trying to skip you guys either. Got to go in order. Gina says, ew, Texas is too hot. Neptune, so true. Patrick says, I work in Brooklyn. Every time, you probably, my apologies if you get this a lot, but every time I hear Brooklyn, I think of the Beastie Boys song. Every time. Neptune says, my AC was out for several days, 83 in the house. Woo, that's a little toasty. It gets that in our kitchen sometimes when I'm like making something in the oven, or one of us is making something in the oven. It gets pretty hot in there. We don't have a whole lot of windows that open in our kitchen. Our house is very small. It was built in like 1908, I think. It's a really small, old, not necessarily farmhouse, but kind of homestead house. So I don't know. But it's built, it's built with actual 2x4s. They're rough sawn. There's a few spots where you can see a couple of these, like in the closet, and they're just so cool looking. I want to rip a couple of them out and build a guitar out of them. That would be awesome. I have no idea what kind of. It's gonna be cool. I don't know why did I say that? I think I was skipping ahead on comments. But we don't have a whole lot of windows. That's where I was going. A whole lot of windows that open up, so especially when you turn on the oven, it gets super hot. Patrick said, oh wait, I'm skipping. Buddy says, you're gonna video the amp. I am, yes. Yes, that will be another video, kind of a part 2 to the cigar box that I've started editing that one. But it's gonna be like kind of a series. I don't do series stuff very often. but that one definitely is going to be a video. Deathlike Reviews says, hey man, new sub here, just found your channel. Oh, the Tin Pants. Right on. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Those Tin Pants, they're going to be being put back into use here before too long, as our probably not for another month or so when our temperatures really drop and I got to start putting on thermals and stuff. That's when I'll break out the Tin Pants. I did break them out probably a month or two ago. Got them out, laid them out in the sun. They're kind of melty, and I sprayed them off with the hose. That was my way of washing them. Sprayed them off really good, and now they are just waiting to be put back into use. So I do still like those things, but the temperature's got to be cool, quite cool. If it's somewhat warm, then it's not comfortable. And I don't know if that's just because of the mix that I used for these, or if that's, I imagine it's probably fairly common for pretty much any sort of Tin Pants. But I do like them. I like that they're waterproof, basically, and if you put thermals underneath, man, they really are warm. Deathlike, welcome. Welcome aboard. Rogue says, LOL, most lamps have two-prong plug, no ground. But if you were really worried about it, connect the ground to the metal box, bracket, or metal base of the lamp. Eureka! Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of people get kind of stuck, right? You don't have the ground because it's not a three-prong plug. But to your point, you go look at a lamp you buy in the store. It's a two-prong. It doesn't have that ground. So really, I'm not worried about it as long as I know the connections are solid. And that to your point, you're exactly, I'm thinking exactly the same way that you're saying. If that makes any sense. I don't even know how I'm going to say that. But yeah, any of that stuff you buy in the store, it's got two prongs. So mine only has two prongs. It's no different. It's just that I put it together, or somebody built their own. Ah, flies! Get away. Let's see. Alexander says, are you thinking about leaving the cigar box as is with maybe just some gloss, or do you plan on painting it? I'm not doing anything to it. Except throwing it around. So, it is going to stay just like that. Well, I'm going to pull that sticker off. I took the other one off on the guitar. But, I guess it's not upside down. I'm leaving it just as is. I'm still working out, whether I'm going to do something there, or I'm going to drill holes, or I'm going to put it off to the side. Kind of thinking, I don't know. I might not even use the grate, drill a bunch of holes like we talked last week. I'm not sure yet. Really, I think I might use this grill. I don't know. Still working on that. But for the amp, it's going to have a hole. It's going to be cut in here. I'm going to probably put. We're going to put a handle on the top, like an amp handle, like an actual amp. We'll probably put maybe an input output kind of thing. Maybe just a little tiny amp package yet. But it's going to be cool. And the cigar box, the guitar is exactly this same kind of box. I have this. I didn't change it. I didn't do anything. I left just this finish on there. So this is gonna be the same. So it's gonna be kind of matching. And well, I'll keep it as a set. Well, I won't keep it, but they will go together as a set. So I'm not gonna paint it. I'm not gonna remove those decals or anything. But he says, me too. Excited to watch you make it. Burnaby, what's up? Says Texas is very hot. I can imagine. Never been to Texas, but I wouldn't mind visiting something in Texas. I don't know what. I haven't studied it, but. Gina says 1909. Oh yeah. Neptune's, look out, Gina. He's gonna rip her house apart. Gina says, that's okay. House needs some work. Maybe we'll add a new bathroom. Burnaby says, what kind of guitar would be easier to start with? I guess it depends on what you want to do. If you want to build one, um, I mean, I would say probably a solid body electric would probably be the easiest one. You know, maybe buy you a set of templates, and I'm not sure, you know, what tools and things you have available to you, but if you want to just build one from scratch, actually, if you've never done it before, you might think about getting a kit. You know, just get an already made kit so you can do the assembly and finishing and all that sort of thing. That's going to get you a lot of experience with putting everything together, and I think that would be a really good spot to start. The first one I did was not completely a kit, but I did start with a pretty built neck, and I just made my own body. So, uh, you know, you could consider that. If not, maybe you want to build your own body and use a set of templates for an already existing guitar style. That way you don't have to worry about kind of creating your own or anything like that. Just order up a nice set of templates and, you know, build a body from there. Maybe already buy a neck. That was the option that was the route that I went when I did my very first one, just because I wanted to ease into it. Um, you know, but there are, you know, or you could go all in and just start from scratch on everything. But I definitely start with maybe just making the body and putting a pre-built neck on there. What I did was just that. I made the body, bolted on the neck, and put it all together. Then I made some cigar box guitars where I could practice making the neck, and that to me was practice leading up to where I could build my own necks. But I wanted to practice on doing the frets and, you know, all of that sort of thing without worrying about the truss rod, just to get that experience, because it's a little more than there's a fly, get. It's a little more than building what am I trying to say? It's like working in steps. So you build the body, bolt on a neck. Then you build a cigar box guitar, and you make the neck, but you don't have to worry about the truss rod. And then you've already got some experience with assembly, some experience with building the neck, shaping, doing footwork, that sort of thing. Then when you jump into actually making your own necks, kind of work your way up. And that's the option. That's the route that I went. To me, it kind of seemed like a tier, you know, working my way up. And now, you know, now I can do all of them. Let's see. So Burnaby, I hope that answered your question. Rogue, cool. Sempackin, what's up, dude? Sempackin says, good morning, everyone. Hot in Texas, snowing here in the Carriou? Is that it? Carriou? Carriou region of BC. Wow. Yeah, we won't be. Well, probably a month before it gets real bad. That's just a guess. I have no clue. I don't follow the weather too close, but flies, man, this is horrible. Rogue says, made a boombox out of an old toolbox. It's all car audio stuff. Works great. I've seen stuff like that. That sounds awesome. Literally. You see what I did there? Sounds awesome. Something like that would be kind of cool. I don't listen. Sorry, I'm swatting flies still. I don't listen to music a lot here in the shop. Not because I don't love music, but a lot of times I have the camera running, and I can't have that kind of stuff in the background for copyright reasons. But from time to time, if I'm just working on a guitar, sanding away, or I'm, you know, working on maybe some templates or something where I don't have the camera running, I usually do try to crank up some tunes, once in a while some podcasts. But for those rare occasions, I like to crank some tunes, and something like that would be kind of cool. Actually, it'd be a fun project too. I'll have to look around and see if I've got any old toolboxes. I've got a couple. They're all in use at the moment that I'm thinking of. You might have to hit up yard sale or something and find some kind of old box. That'd be kind of fun. Now, when you did yours, did you make it powered off of like a 12-volt power supply or something, or do you have some sort of batteries in there? Ooh, batteries would be kind of cool. It'd be portable. Remember last time when I was writing down ideas? from you guys. This one, like the cigar box guitar and amp, is I wrote it down from you guys, and now we're doing it. So I'm gonna cross that off because it's about done. Car audio toolbox. That'd be kind of cool with batteries. Then it'd be portable. You could take it camping or something. That'd be cool. So that's pretty awesome. All right, let's see. Poor Conservative says, hey, Sam Packin. Neptune says, I don't know if it's me or your feed, but you're buffering bad today. Well, darn it. I haven't noticed anything weird here. Like it hasn't paused or anything. So I don't know what's going on. But it could very well be me. I've mentioned before that I use my phone as a hotspot, and I use my my cell data to stream this because it's a little more reliable than my home internet because I'm far enough away where I don't have a good signal. Yesterday we had like no phone internet. I don't know why. I'm with Verizon, not sponsored, of course, but yesterday it was out and I had to switch to Wi-Fi. Today it seems like it's working, but I can't guarantee that it's not still having some problems. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's related to the fire that we have fairly close to us. I don't know. Not super close to our home exactly, but the other end of Colorado Springs. But I don't know. Don't know. Sam Packin says start with a CBG maybe. You'll learn a lot. Yes, that's another good option like I mentioned. Especially if you didn't even do frets. You could do fretless. And you could really get into it and just start learning stuff. That's really how I got into cigar box guitars. I was using that as a stepping stone to building guitars, and it's just fun. They're fun to make. They're fun to play, and I just, when I get the chance, I still build them. So, let's see, Burnaby. That would be a good start. Alexander, very impressive. Sam Packin says that's how I started. Sam Packin, caribou. Oh, sorry. Did we miss the O earlier? I think we did. Oh yeah, caribou. Yeah. Sam Packin, hi, poor conservative. Rogue says makes sense. Looking forward to the amp. Yep, I will probably be starting on that in the next couple of days. The video won't be out for a couple weeks at least, but if you follow along on like Instagram or on the Facebook page, I'll be posting some updates, just some pictures and things along the way. Man, the flies are just horrible today. Sorry about the random swats. Alexander says declare those lies illegal aliens and report them to ICE. I don't want ICE to raid my little state here. But it'd be nice if I could get rid of them. They're bad. I was out here about an hour before we started the live, and I honestly didn't notice these guys. I wasn't out here just sitting. I was out here for a couple minutes just kind of getting a couple things set up, and I really didn't notice this many flies. So I don't know if they swarmed in. It's terrible. Oh, anyway, Neptune says Isotunes needs to sponsor you so you can listen to your music and protect your ears. There's a couple of them connected with a couple companies, several, but hey, that's all right. It'd be nice if they wanted to. I'm totally down, but hey, until then, we'll just keep doing what we do. And even then, actually, we'd still do what we do. Gina says, don't forget the diddly bows. Oh, good call. So, Burnaby, there's an option for you. You can make a diddly bow. You can use anything. You could use a stick. It's just a string stick, basically. You don't have to worry about. You don't even have to do a certain fretboard. Find anything. I'm looking. Hang on. Live. We're gonna brainstorm. Oh, I might have to do this too at some point. So as I'm looking around, I've got this little box. This is one of those like little sets of router bits that you can get. You know, it has the little router bit thingies in there. I don't even remember where I got this. I might have got this for Christmas. I think my brother got me this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We got this little box, right? What's that? That's plastic. But something like this, just any sort of, you could use metal tins. You could use a little box. This one's right. If you put a neck on there, I think that's sturdy enough, especially if it's one string. Feels pretty sturdy. You could drill through here even and run your string up, or you don't even have to drill a hole there. You could just use that. Put a little neck on it, little one string something. How cool would that be? And then you've already got like that's got to be probably the simplest of instruments. And you know, I put tuners on mine. Some people use eye bolts and you know, all kind of whatever works stuff. I've done, I think I've got a couple different builds. So if you haven't seen them, hit up my YouTube channel and look for the Crayola, the crayon box, the diddly bows. There's two different ones. One of them has one string, and there's another one that I did a couple months ago, I think, that has two strings, and they're tuned in octaves, kind of like a 12-string guitar, and they're just fun to just mess around with. I mean, there are some very talented musicians that I've seen playing diddly bows. One that comes to mind, and if you guys haven't heard of this dude, I kind of dig it myself. Check out C6 Steve, and I know the name's pretty wild, but the dude is pretty cool. Really, what he does, he's just kind of just some crazy creative kind of instruments and but he plays some cool stuff on diddly bows and that sort of thing. It's cool stuff to look at, but maybe it'll give you some ideas. But yes, a diddly bow is an awesome idea and super easy. You can make it as finished or as raw as you want, but you still get that experience with building an instrument. And I look around at just anything like this. I never even thought about this before till just now. Something like that to use down the line, maybe in future builds. Little metal tins. You know, I see them a lot at Christmas time. You get little metal tins that maybe cookies or mints or something comes in. Anytime I find out of that, I've got 3 or 4 up there on the shelf, kind of buried right now. Just kind of Christmas tins, cookie tins. Work really good. I never thought about this. Would be awesome. It's already wood. It's kind of cool. Cigar boxes, you could just put one string on there. I've seen some smaller cigar. There's just any sort of pre-made container. I'm looking around now at other, maybe some other things. I've got another one of those, like kind of a router box. But yeah, just find something, anything that you can stick on there in a string, and make it play something. Maybe if it's a box, maybe you put a sound hole, maybe you drill a couple holes or something so the sound can get out. And yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. So that's the cool thing about diddly bows and cigar box type of instruments. It doesn't have to be a cigar box. You can use pretty much anything. I've even go the license plate guitar, where it's basically a cigar box, but I made the box and everything to fit a license plate. So that was a completely from scratch build, basically like a cigar box guitar. You can do all kinds of stuff. That's what I have around here for ideas. We need some Jeopardy music. I'm not saying this. I'm just thinking, this little kind of a can. This is like a boiled linseed oil can. Maybe some kind of a tin like this that you could clean out. I'm kind of just brainstorming off the cuff right now with you, trying to help get you some ideas because that really got my brain going. Something like this worked pretty good. Maybe not this one in particular; it's all crusty, but something you can clean out. You could carefully use a Dremel, cut out notches, so you could stick a neck through there. Yeah, there's just all kinds of different things As long as it's sturdy enough to hold up. Depending on how many strings. If you do it kind of a cigar box style, maybe 3 strings, it needs to be a little sturdier. I almost think this one would definitely hold up to a couple strings. I think definitely one for sure. But yeah, think outside the box. Yeah, I get it. Outside the box. Oh boy, drum roll. All right. Sorry, got a little off on a tangent there. I got all excited about stuff. Alexander says, "Where's the spiders when you need them? Bunch of slackers." I know. Years ago, like up till like a month ago, we had these giant spiders. Some sort of, I don't know, garb spider or something. They lived outside, but now they're gone. They're out of here, and now the flies are running rampant. Burnaby says, "That's very cool. Thanks, Gina." Yes, good call on the diddly bow. Senpakin says, "C6 Steve is awesome." Yes, isn't he great? Gina says, "You're welcome." Senpakin, coffee tin. You could. The problem is, at least here, we don't have metal coffee tins anymore. They're all plastic. They're all plastic, speaking of coffee. We don't have, I haven't seen them anyway. Maybe some of the more gourmet coffees come in metal still, but I don't know. The coffee I get switched to plastic a long time ago. Burnaby says, "My brain is looking in a new direction. I would like to try that." Yes, I recommend it. I really do. You can just, and I will be surprised if you don't kind of just have it sitting somewhere where you can just pick it up every once in a while and you just play. Even if it's one string, it's it's pretty fun. Gina says they are fun. Yes, they are fun. Alexander, would you ever want to do anything kind of out there with your guitars in the future? I.e. scalped frets, headless necks, or things of that nature? My immediate reaction is to say no, but I'm not that. At this exact moment, that's not something I'm looking to do. But that doesn't mean later on that I wouldn't do it. I'm not sure about the scalloped frets. That is not something at this moment, again, that I'm interested in. I don't play scalloped frets. I never have. So maybe if I tried it, I might like it. But at the moment, I don't plan on doing scalloped frets at all. Maybe if it's ever some request at some point. I think I'd steer away from those myself. At least right now. Again, I can't speak for me a year from now or whatever. But right now, um, right now it's not something I'm interested in. Headless though, although I'm not a huge, it's not my favorite thing. I have definitely been thinking about it because I've been seeing some builds recently from some people that I know, kind of digging it. Some of the designs. When it's done right, it looks good. So, when I think of headless right off the bat, I feel like the square Steinberger things, and that's not my favorite. But I've seen some that are done way better than those. So it does make me kind of go, oh, okay. Well, this is not at all Steinberger-ish. So Steinberger-ish, is that even a word? But at the moment, answer your question, those are not on my radar. But the headless is definitely it's in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if I do at some point. The scalloped, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Maybe, but maybe not. Buddy says, made one using a 1 liter Pepsi bottle and half-inch PVC pipe. Really? How did that hold up? Or did you do it so that the PVC kind of reinforced the bottle? That sounds interesting. Burnaby says, thanks. I think something you made with your own hands has more value in the end. Absolutely, 100% agree. And it really does not matter. What am I trying to say? It doesn't matter the quality, honestly. If you have built it with your hands, you can play it and it functions, that's a win. That is a win. And you are right, it is way better and has more value because you built it. There's so many things that you get out of building something like that. Even if it's you find a stick, if you find a stick in the yard and you somehow, it's way better, way better. It has way more value than any other thing because you gain. Well, number one, you gain this instrument that you made with your own two hands. You gain the satisfaction of building that instrument. You gain the knowledge from the experience from doing it. So it's a win, 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 win all the way around. So do it. You can do this. I want to see it when you get it done, whatever you do. The buddy says, I got the idea from Nighthawk and Light YouTube channel. I'm going to have to look that up. It sounds cool. Alexander says we'd have to go and round up all the Richie Blackmore and Yngwie enthusiasts and have them come to your channel and bombard the comments with "Do the scalped frets." Do it. Yeah, yeah, you would. Oh, Yngwie. Yeah, I honestly don't know anybody personally in my circle of musicians that I'm in. I don't know anybody that plays scalloped frets. That doesn't mean somebody doesn't, but you know, local musicians in my area, and I've never seen anybody doing scalloped frets. Doesn't mean they don't, but it seems like a very specialized thing, and I don't know. Harry Dude said Floyd Rose. Thought about that too. I have when I was doing my metal band thing, my local metal band, before the cover band gig. All my guitars that I use, except for the backup ones I would bring, those were all Floyd guitars, my main guitars. Yeah, the girl Ibanez. Let's see, what do I have? RG 550 from the early '90s, like a '91, I think it is. And then I played an RG 1570 from like 2002. I think I bought that brand new RG 1570. No, that was 2000. Yeah, I think it was 2002 or 3. RG 1570 with the Prestige one. Those I really like both of them. That was one of the only guitars I ever bought brand new. That RG 1570, and I haven't played it in a long time. But yeah, those things have thousands of shows on them, and it's kind of cool because I look at that one, and of course, being a lefty, I have like hardly any options for buying a brand new guitar. So I had to order them. But there's so many nicks and scratches and chips and things in there, and every single one of those I've in there. So when I look at it, I'm like, cool. I don't even worry about trying to fix it or anything. I thought about it before, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not fixing it. I put every single one of those in. I'm kind of proud of that. And they all have Floyds, and I haven't built one yet with a Floyd, so I don't do much whammy stuff, but I used it a little bit for the original band. I liked them. I don't know. Never think to set up though. But if you've never used one, I did put one of those trem setters in there, and it made a big difference in the stability on the tuning of the older one, the RG 550 that I have. I put a trem setter in the back, and it made a difference of stabilizing the tuning on that. Rogue said portable. Oh yeah, running on 12-volt battery, and the only way to charge it is with a trickle charger. The only thing I would change, get a good rechargeable supply. I got you. Alexander says, I think a custom feature I'd be interested in having on my dream guitar would be a multi-scale fretboard similar to what Uli John Roth has on his Ska guitars. I am 100% not against doing a fan fret guitar. I would honestly, I'd like to play one myself and see what it's all about. I've never played. I'm sure somebody makes a lefty, but they're not very common. Like I said, being a lefty, you kind of get you kind of get the short end of the stick as far as selection. And they charge you more too. Just because you want the same guitar, a lefty version is more expensive. It always bugs me. I don't know why. But I would like to try, I'd like to try a fan fret. I might have to build one of these days. I don't know much about it, really. But yeah, I kind of want to try it. Harry says, check out Ormsby for fan frets. Yeah, I've seen the Ormsbys. I think, yeah, these things are horrible. I think that when if I make one, I might buy a fretboard, probably already cut for fan frets, honestly. Some people say that's kind of cheating, but I don't know. Jigs or whatever to cut fan frets at the moment. I guess you could do it by hand, but I think I'd be better off just buying a fretboard and using that. You can find lefty pre-slotted fretboard. I'll have to look around. I'm sure they're out there. They gotta be. But anyway, let's see. What else, guys? I don't know what else is going on, really. I think we're doing pretty good around here. Like I mentioned, we're on the schools here are on fall break, so Haley's got the rest of this week and next week off. So we're going to be spending some time together. I'm going to try to do something for fall kind of project. We'll see how that goes. Sam Packin says, "What's on your bench?" Well, right now, I kind of talked about these earlier. I think before you tuned in, got some templates that I made in the latest video or the last video. I just cleaned off some router bits. We're doing another video coming up, a follow-up to this one, because I got a bunch of feedback asking for information about the router bits that I used when I made these templates. So I just shot that video yesterday. I got to get that edited between today and tomorrow to go up this weekend. Then I don't have it here on this bench. It's on my bench inside my guitar bench. I just finished up the coffee cigar box guitar, and the reason I say coffee is because it says Java. It's an identical box to this. Just basically finished up the 3-string cigar box that is going to go with this, which is now on my bench, along with some amp parts. We got a little speaker. Look, that's kind of cool. Clear cone. I've never seen one with a clear cone. And we got this little package of goodies here. We are going to make this into a matching amp to go with the cigar box guitar. Same Java, I guess that's Java cigars, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna have a Java cigar box guitar with the Java cigar box guitar amp. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Which made me think just now, I've got to find a 9-volt battery holder. Now that I just thought about that. I don't have one, I don't think. I gotta do something. Hopefully I have a 9-volt battery holder. I don't know. I gotta order one if I don't. But anyway, that's what's on the bench right now. Amp. A small amp. And honestly, not sponsored or anything, guys, but if you haven't tried these little jam jar things, they're pretty cool. I ordered this one as a kit form, and I also ordered one just kind of to try out. And they say that they'll run a 412 cabinet. It's got kind of a pass, an in and out, a speaker out. It does. And this one's more powerful. I think this is a 1.5 watts or 1.25 watts. The one that I am testing is only like a 0.5 watt, and it'll run a 412. It's not blowing your ears out, but it'll run it. You plug it into 412. It's pretty cool. So I'm really excited. So this, really, in theory, if down the line, when somebody has this, they're going to be able to basically take the cigar box guitar, take this thing to a gig, run this out to a cabinet, and basically play a gig with this in cigar box guitar. So that's my idea anyway. So, Sam Packin says, the amp. We're building an amp. I didn't see that come in, sorry. Harry Dude says, started spray painting a guitar body today. I know the importance of grain. Oh, I now know the importance of grain filling. Yes. Yes, grain filling is fairly important, depending on the finish you're going for. If you want it super smooth, you definitely need to. I don't have any of the grain filler out here. I've had pretty good luck with the grain fillers that I've used before. From your neck of the woods, Timbermane. If I'm going to be, depending on what you're doing, I like this stuff. I like to, you can water it down, make it really thin, and it goes right on, flows into the pores. It works really well. I've used this on a couple mahogany bodies. I also have some water-based grain filler that I've used as well, and it works really nice too. It's nice and clear. You don't even get a color on it or anything. So, yeah. Rogue says, big fan of Bondo Skin Coat. Yep, that's kind of what the Timbermate does. Senpakin says, I'm finally finished the main job of painting our kitchen cupboards. Started that on August 31st. Just some finishing to do. Can't wait to get back to guitars. Need to try my fret press. Yeah, there you go. Rogue says, ooh, I like ye. You're talking about the grain filler, Timbermate? Timbermate works really good. It really does. But I will say, the only thing I don't like about it, and this is not really a negative, it's just, it smells like Band-Aids, like melting Band-Aids. It's got such a strange smell. But yes, I agree 100% with you. I like it. I dig it. I do too. I've got a couple. I've got a lighter one. But the thing about it is, you can tint this. You know, you can add your own dye, you know, to kind of color it a little bit. You can mix and match. You can water it down. If it dries out, you can put water back in it, reconstitute it. I really do recommend this stuff. Not sponsored. Sorry, I say that a lot, guys. But I'm not. I have zero affiliation with almost every single product that I recommend, and I just want you guys to know. When I'm recommending something, it's because I like that product, and they don't pay me to recommend their product over somebody else's. Anybody. I've had a few people send me some samples to try, whose products I do really like. But you know, if that's the case, then I definitely recommend, or I definitely will let you know. If you see me using Starbond super glues, Starbond is not a sponsor, but they did send me quite a bit of their product to test out, and I really do like that stuff. So I try to make that very clear. And really, for the most part, though, any other company product, when I'm mentioning a product, it's because I really truly do like that product, and I really like what they've got going on. Anytime that somebody sent me a sample or something like that, I definitely, you know, let you guys know. But so that's why I say that. Not sponsored, because I want to be very clear that when something is sponsored and that I use is stuff that I have paid for, products that I've tried, and stuff that I use in life. If I don't like it, Timbermane. I really like that stuff. You know, just thought I'd throw that out there. But if anybody wants to sponsor Home Workshop, let me know. It smells like Band-Aids. It's really strange. And let's see. Hairy Dude got some Timbermane. I didn't think I was going to need it. I sanded it very well, but then I started spraying the primer. The grain showed up big time. Use the Timbermane because you didn't think you needed it. Yeah. It's really strange. You could sand it super smooth, and it looks super smooth until you put a finish on there. Then you realize it's not at all super smooth. Rob says, okay, make me a believer. Thanks, man. Right on. If you guys are interested in some of the things that I recommend, use, and have on my website, I have, and it's mostly there. I'm just letting you know, those are Amazon affiliate from Amazon, but it doesn't cost any more for anyone to purchase. But you know, it's stuff like that, different tools and things that I have. Got quite a few sections on there, and you can head on there and, you know, just see what's in there. I got to make sure that kind of stuff's in there. Timbermane, grain filler. But if you guys are interested, hit up my website, homebuiltworkshop.com, and click tools I use, and you'll see like a big long list of things. And if there's something It's not 100% all inclusive of every single thing I have, but there's a lot of stuff on there. And whenever I get a few minutes, I go on and kind of add some new links and things in there. Buddy says, gotta go. Packing my bags for San Diego. Take care, all. Right on, buddy. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. And have fun in San Diego. Hopefully you're there for some fun. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up here pretty quick. Anyway, we're doing pretty good on time. But Harry Dude says, yep, rookie mistake. Sanded it back with 400, and we'll try again. I used a primer putty, which seemed to be filling it. Yeah, it probably will. I don't know what product you're using, but if you're just painting, any kind of filler, I think, should do it for you. Rogue says, oh man, got a boogie. Real life calling. Always a pleasure. Have a great day, guys. Right on, Rogue. Yeah, we got to wrap it up here, too. You have an amazing week. And if you can tune in next week, we're on Facebook. If not, it's totally cool. 2 weeks, we'll be back here on YouTube. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And everybody else, with that being said, everybody else has kind of got a split too. So I got a split. I got to check in with Haley, see what's going on, and we got a couple things we got to get back onto this amp. Rogue says, love the channel. Keep up the great work. Right on, Rogue. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I check out the stuff, and also, you know what? Every single one of you guys, awesome. Thank you guys so much. Obviously, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be these lives, but that seems silly to say as I started to say that. But you guys, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I love hanging out, talking shop, talking projects, talking life, brainstorming things, and learning stuff from each other. It's so awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are all doing great. We got to wrap this up, and I got to get on to some other things. Rogue, take care, everyone. Rogue, you take care as well. Gina says, say hi to the ocean for me, buddy. Yes. Bring back a seashell or something. I don't know. Do they have seashells there? Probably do. Harry Dude, catch you all next week. Stay well. Gina, bye all. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We will see you all next week. See ya, Van. What's up? See you later, Burnaby. Wave. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Stay safe. Stay well. Thanks so much.